Okay, we know because the CIA is finally talking about it. But that old book, the Adam and Eve story, right? That's being released right now, but it's an old story. Anyways, this book from the CIA called the Adam and Eve document talks about how when people come into existence, what they do and all that other shit, just fast forward, just get to this part. Every 10,000 years or so, the world is flooded basically, and everything in it is just washed away for the most part. This is why we keep finding cities underground, and it's not that there was a massive flood at some point in time, and this shit starts to reveal itself because the world is on the equator, and as it rotates, it loses its footing, and it slips a little more. You fill them with earthquakes and all the rest of this shit, but eventually, every 10,000 years, by document anyway, the world sinks. It slips too far on one side of the equator and it goes under. That's when everybody dies, the apocalypse and all that other shit happens. Here's the thing I was just thinking about. If it happens every 10 years, and this year is what? 2023? So if you really do the math, we're a few years later, this shit happening around now. So we're at that point where that's about to happen. It's kind of scary to think about, but it is what it is. I was just thinking this, though. I was like, damn, what if all these treasures and shit we keep finding in these sunken ships, what if it's not actually, this ship of war, that ship of war from this many thousands of years ago? What if that's not the case at all? What if the elites, the rich people, are just, we got to think about it. Okay, the people with all this endless money are going to prepare to survive this shit, right? So they're going to have shit like big-ass ships that can house them for years if necessary, carry enough fuel to keep on pushing and all the shit, right? That's what we'd all do if we had that kind of money, right? But you can't tell everybody that because there won't be enough room for them, right? So you keep that a secret. And this is the whole reasoning behind keeping this stuff from you, because letting you know this would eventually let the world know this, foil their whole plan. There'll be no private shit for you and the loved ones you want to survive this to live on. And that's why the rich and elites keep the truth capped and put away, because it means possibly foiling their plan. What if these sunken treasured ships that we find and come across all the time, what if these are just ships of the rich and elites that didn't survive the flood? Ships that went under at the time. Something to think about, right? It's going to happen. History says it's going to happen. That's why we keep coming up with all this stuff that's already been done before. There's been a whole civilization before us that was right where we are or close to it. Sometimes further, sometimes not. Before they sank. And everything's in line and in tune to do the same thing. Do y'all know that?